Right, look, it's time to get fancy. Bojo with the flow, so catchy. Getting the rest to scratch me with my independence passy. Let's get statsy, NHS. 350 mil more hefty, yes. What you got to heckle the buzzer?
Nine for the Raj, yes, me, I'm here. You can hold my beer. Hold it tight, I'm excited as hell. Who's gonna like? I never thought this would actually be happening.
Getting the rest to scratch me with my independence passy. Let's get statsy, NHS. 350 mil more hefty, yes. What you got to heckle the buzzer?
Waiting in line for a peep to the bell, no plague of frost. On battle stage, your curtains draw like ancient Rome's meditation crown. EU Satan, break them down!
When I initially wrote the play, I'd wanted to play around with the character of Boris and within this sort of Shakespearean framework. But yes, when suddenly it really looked likely he was going to be Prime Minister really soon, it was startling, yeah, because it was before, obviously we're about to open now, and he is Prime Minister. When I wrote the play before, I had no idea, there was no hint that was going to happen this soon at all.
4 days left, tick, tick, tick. 3 days left, tick, tick, tick. 2 days left, tick, tick, tick. 1 day left, tick, tick.
The British people have spoken, and the answer is, we're out.
Side it says 350 million to the NHS.
I'd say the first performances were met with a slightly stunned reaction, as if they weren't quite sure how to react to this kind of aggressive style of satire. As well as being a Shakespearean tragedy, it also has quite a sort of punky, activist feel.
Boris, I do observe you now of late. I have not from your eyes that gentleness and show of love that I was wont to have.
Oh, Jacob, be you not deceived. If I veiled my looks, it is from myself.
Tell me, good Boris, do you see your face? Listen way. Perhaps it's not enough to let the godlike shape our ends rough hew them how we will. Men at some time were masters of their fates. I'll say, Boris can.
Now yet here's a chance to jump into the ring. But where to fight? Whichever side I'll win. But I that am not shaped by inhibition, nor made to quarter a pesky party line, I that am rudely stamped. But I that am not shaped for inhibition, nor made to quarter pesky party line, I that am rudely stamped.
He's not a subtle character. He's bombastic, he's overbearing, he gesticulates, which is why I just gesticulate so much now. He is a bit cartoonish, to be honest. And I think that's the trick, because there is no subtlety there with Boris Johnson at all, really. There isn't.
That would make sense, because it's still a nice reveal.
Yeah, well, it would actually I wouldn't have to bring it up.
Well, I guess that's the Arts Council.
Yeah.
I know, you've got the Arts Council, you might as well.
Yeah.
I said, it's not a complete crucifixion.
Oh yeah, so then it's in front. Yeah. If you don't sit on it, yeah, that's quite a good shout. Yeah. So then when he placed it.
It was a speech he was giving about checkers, and it was the way he said checkers. It was like, now is the time to chuck checkers. It was like so distinct, and that's kind of how he says everything. And he doesn't really depart from that, apart from when he's being a little bit performative, when he's sort of being a bit more coy, I guess. But yeah, that, and also Jeremy Corbyn, the way he says Jeremy Corbyn, he says it with such spite. He really does not like saying like, Jeremy Corbyn, like it's the worst thing possible, which I guess for him probably is.
Ah, yes, so this is where we get actually about the Yes, that's the companion. So I say, don't see my very helpful. He's coming in. And then we've got Greece. So that takes us into Greece.
It was really good. It was really funny. It was brilliant.
I thought it was incredibly good. It was very dynamic, very current. The characters were really fantastic. Boris himself was just amazing. I mean, he was more like Boris than Boris is, basically.
Now is the winter of our wincing bench, made a glorious summer by young Cammy's pork, and all the clouds that loud upon our house in the deep chasms of the sofa buried.
Everybody's just going, what's going to happen next? And I think that this just encapsulated everything and the complete madness.